Is going on, everybody? This is your boy Juggernaut097 bringing you guys another video today, and today I'm going to be doing my WWE WrestleMania 32 preview and predictions. And WrestleMania is going to be live on the WWE Network this Sunday. This Sunday is April 3rd, 2016, which, you know what? I'm actually really looking forward to Mania, because, last year WrestleMania, people were saying, oh, WrestleMania 31 is going to suck, it's going to be very bad. And guess what? WrestleMania 31 turned out to be a really, really good show. And people saying, oh, it's in the top 5, which I wouldn't say it's top 5. I'll say maybe top 15, that's what I would say. WrestleMania is probably around the top 15. But, so I'm going into WrestleMania 32 with low expectations. I'm not going in with really high expectations because, like I said, because I think WrestleMania is going to be really good, I'm going into WrestleMania with really low expectations, because you know what, they can end up surprising me like they did last year, because they really surprised me last year, because I was saying, I was kind of down on Mania 31 last year, but it turned out to be really good. And this build-ups haven't been very strong for really any of these matches, only for a few matches on here. But that's pretty much all there really hasn't been any build-up, but I'm really looking forward to this, so. But let's go ahead and get started with these predictions. But first off, we got the pre-show, which the pre-show is going to be live on the USA Network, which that's going to be really cool, First time they're ever doing this on the USA Network, so I'll see how that works out. Maybe they'll be doing this for this WrestleMania, or maybe they might keep continuing this, who knows. But also, the Sports Center is going to be there, so that's going to be really cool. Sports Center was there for SummerSlam last year, so I hope they keep doing this, have SummerSlam at these big, main 4 pay-per-views. So hopefully they keep doing this. That'd be really cool, because, Jonathan Coachman is, really likes WWE, and he's still affiliated with WWE, so that was pretty cool, because he was on Monday Night Raw last night. But, let's get started with these predictions. So like I said, first off, we're going to talk about the pre-show, So, I think there's 4 matches on the pre-show, but the first match we're going to be talking about is the 3rd Andre Memorial Battle Royal, which, pretty much there's about 4 guys I could see actually winning. I could see Big Show winning the match, for the second time in a row, which I don't really want that to happen. I could see Mark Henry, because, since they're in the state of Texas, home state of Texas, I could see him winning. Or I could see one of the members of the Wyatt family winning, because the Wyatt family, they're not even on the show, which is surprising. The Wyatt family didn't make the show this year. Maybe they might interrupt The Rock or something. I don't know, but I'm gonna go safe here and say Mark Henry wins the match. Because anyways, I've been hearing that this could be Mark Henry's last WrestleMania, so that'd be nice to get him win. The Andre Memorial Battle Royal doesn't really mean anything. Pretty much. They do nothing after. It's because, when Cesaro won, they didn't really do much after. I mean, it kind of pushed him a little bit, but then it went downhill, and then Big Show didn't really do anything. Anyways, I didn't want Big Show to really do anything, but yeah. I'm going to predict Mark Henry to win the Andre Memorial Battle Royal, so yeah. And there's another match on the kickoff. We have the United States Championship match. We got Callisto versus Ryback. And this match I'm not really looking forward to at all. I can really care less about this match. I'm actually kind of happy this match is on the kickoff, because, like I said, I don't really care about this. And pretty much this rivalry got started, when Ryback, pretty much said, big men, mean more, pretty much this whole big man type of David versus Goliath type of rivalry here. And they really haven't been doing too much build up for this, and pretty much. Ryback telling Callisto to go on his own, and he said, even though little guys are pretty, good doing this stuff, big men are better, like I said. So, like I said, I'm not really looking forward to this rivalry, this match here, but if I had to predict someone to win, I would have to predict Callisto to retain his United States Championship. I don't want to take him off of Callisto. And anyways, Ryback is, he's kind of bland right now, how they make him look like Goldberg, how they took a singlet off him. They should have really kept a singlet on him, because he's more of a singlet type of guy. And he just looks, he just looks so boring and bland. But I'm gonna predict, like I said, Callisto to win here, and you know, it's kind of confusing. Like with Ryback, he's kind of like he's not really a heel, and he's not really a face. He's kind of like a twinger. So yeah, but hopefully they do not turn him heel because you know the last time he was a heel was back in 2013, which that was really bad, which I did not enjoy that. Yeah, but I'm gonna predict Callisto to win. And the next match we're gonna be talking about is the Total Divas versus Team Bad and Blonde. This match, you know, pretty much got thrown together. You know, people who we have on the Total Divas, we have Brie, Paige, Natalya, Alicia Fox, and Eva Marie. Because Eva Marie, she returned last night on Monday Night Raw to the main roster versus Bad and Blonde. Lana, Summer Rae, Naomi, Emma, and Tamina, which Emma, she just recently re-debuted on the main roster. It was on the main event tapings. So that's pretty cool that Emma's back, which I don't really like that Eva Marie's back because I hate Eva Marie. She's not very good in the ring. But enough about that. But this match, I can really care less about this match also. But if I had to predict someone to win here, I'm going to go with Team Total Divas to win. You know, like I said, I can care less about this match right here. This match means nothing for anything, and I don't like Total Divas at all, so yeah. And I think there's another pre-show match. Yeah, it is. There's another pre-show match. It is the Usos versus the Dudley Boys, which I don't understand why this is on the pre-show. Because, like, this is on the pre-show. You know, I like the Dudley Boys as a heel type team. I really like that. That's really good. I mean, I like pretty much all their matches they had against the Usos because they did really, really good matches. So I think this is going to be a good match here. Probably the best match on the pre-show, in my opinion. But I'm going to predict the Usos to win here. Like I said, like both these teams are going to put on a good performance in the ring together. You know, I think it's going to be really good. But it's unfortunate that this is on the pre-show. I don't think this really needed to be on the pre-show, but pretty much, like I said, the Dudley Boys, they are pretty much here to put over young talent, and they're pretty much here to put over the Usos. So I'm going to say Usos win this match. And that's all of the pre-show matches. And let's get started on the actual show. So the first match we're going to be talking about is the Intercontinental Championship match. We got Kevin Owens defending the Intercontinental Championship in a ladder match. We got Sami Zayn versus Dolph Ziggler versus Zack Ryder versus Sin Cara versus The Miz versus Stardust. I think, you know, this is the second time, that there's going to be a ladder match at WrestleMania. Not second time, the second year in a row that they are defending the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, this is pretty much like a replacement from Money in the Bank, you know, because I bet people are still going to bitch about, like, oh, I want Money in the Bank. I want the Money in the Bank match to be back at WrestleMania. But, you know, this is the next pretty much like best thing. But I think it's going to be a really good match. I'll pretty much tell who I don't think is going to win. I don't see Stardust winning. You know, pretty much he's getting second chance. I don't see The Miz winning really. I mean, maybe he could maybe be a dark horse in this match, but I don't really see him winning. I always see Sin Cara winning. You know, I pretty much see him get put through a big spot through the ladder, pretty much be taken out of the match. Zack Ryder, I don't see him winning. You know, pretty much I see him, you know, doing maybe a cool spot the ladder. I don't know. Maybe Ziggler could win it. Maybe Zayn could win it, or Owens could retain. Like those three people. And you know, there hasn't been really much build for this because pretty much how this match got set up was when Kevin Owens, you know, he wanted a triple threat match. You know, we thought it was gonna be between Sami Zayn versus Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz, but he swerved us and he brought out Sin Cara, Stardust, and Zack Ryder, and pretty much no one liked Kevin Owens, and they all attacked him and that stuff. Then Stephanie McMahon said, you know what, there's gonna be a ladder match again this year. So that's pretty much how this match got set up. But I'm gonna say Kevin Owens retained his Intercontinental Championship here. You know, pretty much I'll say he screws Sami Zayn out of the match some way or another. But like I said, I'm predicting Kevin Owens to retain his Intercontinental Championship here. So yeah. And the next match we're going to be talking about is the New Day versus the League of Nations, which the tag team titles are not on the line, which I do not understand why they're not on the line here. Like, I just boggles my mind why they're not on the line. But I think it's going to be a good match. But I'm kind of confused going into this because, like, we don't know if it's going to be a 4-on-3 match. We don't know if it's going to be just a 2-on-2 match. We don't know who the members who are going in for the League of Nations. And pretty much, I think we know who the members who are going in for the New Day. Pretty much, I think it's going to be Kofi Kingston and Big E, because that's pretty much the people who go in for the New Day all the time. But I'm going to predict the New Day to win here, and I'm surprised to see what their entrance is going to be, because they said they have a really surprising entrance at WrestleMania, so I'm going to be surprised to see how their entrance is going to look at Mania. And the League of Nations or League of Jobbers, they really mean nothing, so I don't really see them get the win. So yeah, like I said, I see the New Day in the match, and I wish the titles were on the line, but they're not for some odd reason, like I said. And then the next match we're going to be talking about is AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. And I've been loving this rivalry for a lot. Like pretty much this began like pretty much Styles beat Jericho on the Raw, and then Jericho beat Styles on SmackDown, and then they had another match at Fastlane. And then they pretty much became a tag team, Y2AJ, which I'm so happy that didn't last for a long time, because I didn't really like the team name, Y2AJ, because that just sounds like a diva tag team name. So I'm kind of happy this tag team didn't last very long, and pretty much when they were like facing the New Day, after the match, Jericho gave him a code breaker, stuck their t-shirt in down AJ Styles' mouth, and pretty much that was that. That's how this rivalry got started again, and they've been pretty much distracting each other during their matches, because not this week, but it was last week where AJ Styles was in the match with someone. I don't remember who it was, but he was in the match with someone, and Chris Jericho came out and distracted him. And the same thing happened here on Monday Night Raw, but Jericho was in the match against Zack Ryder, and Styles distracted Jericho, and Zack Ryder got the win on Raw. So that was pretty cool. So, and then pretty much Jericho was like, "Oh, you want the match at WrestleMania? Fine, you got the match." So they announced that this match is going to be happening. But I think this match is going to be really, really good. I'm going to really enjoy this. I've been hearing rumors that maybe the Bullet Club might, be there, to maybe take out AJ Styles and maybe Chris Jericho gets the win, but that wouldn't really, that would make sense, but, I don't really see that happening. So I'm going to say AJ Styles gets the win here, and it's going to be probably a really, really good match. I'm going to really enjoy this, so I say Styles gets the win. He beats Chris Jericho. So yeah, and this is the same as the Dudley Boys. Pretty much Jericho is there to put over young talent, and yeah, I'll leave it at that. But next match we're going to be talking about is let's see. This match we're going to be talking about is the Divas Championship match. We got Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks versus the Divas Champion Charlotte. I think this is going to be a good match here. I'm going to predict Sasha Banks to win this match, because I think it's her time, and, I really haven't been liking Charlotte as a champion. She's hasn't been really good on the main roster. She's been alright, but, I liked her down in NXT so much better, and it's time to take the title off of Charlotte, and I'm tired of Ric Flair always helping out Charlotte, because, she can't do pretty much the same that pretty much she can't do it on her own. She needs help, which I do not like that, so I just want them to take Ric Flair away from her daughter, Charlotte. So but like I said, I'm going to predict Sasha Banks to get the win here, take the title off of Charlotte. So yeah, but I think it's going to be a really good match, but I don't think it's going to be better than the NXT match that they're going to have on Friday against Asuka and Bayley. I don't think it's going to be better than that, but I think it'll be a good match here. And then the next match we're going to be talking about is a no-holds-barred match. We got Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar. No-holds-barred match, like I said. pretty much you know, a whole bunch of these legends, they've been bringing out weapons, you know, each week for Ambrose. And, you know, it was last week they brought a chainsaw from, you know, Chainsaw Charlie or, you know, Terry Funk. And the week before that, Mick Foley gave him his baseball barbed wire bat, so that's really cool. And it feels like they're praising Ambrose more, like, because Ambrose feels like the more of the main event guy than Roman Reigns does right now, in my opinion. But, you know, pretty much this rivalry got set up. It was the night after Fastlane where Brock Lesnar attacked Ambrose, and then, you know, pretty much Dean Ambrose is a big lunatic, and, you know, pretty much he came after Lesnar, and Lesnar said, you know, I don't need to have a match with you, and then pretty much Lesnar beat him up out by ringside, and pretty much Dean Ambrose goes like, I want to fight you in a no-holds-barred match, and that's how this rivalry got set up, which I've actually been liking this rivalry. I think it's going to be really good, and I see Dean Ambrose winning this match. I think it's going to be a very good match. I think it's going to be kind of like the CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar match that they had at SummerSlam 2013. So that's how I think this is going to be like. But I think Dean Ambrose is going to get the win here because, you know, Brock Lesnar is only there to be he's only a part-timer, so I don't really see Lesnar getting the win here. So I'm going to say not Brock Lesnar. I'm going to say Dean Ambrose picks up the win over Brock Lesnar, and that would help legitimize Dean Ambrose. If that's legitimize. I think that's going to help legitimize Dean Ambrose to be a really big main event player in WWE. So yeah, and the next match we're going to be talking about is a Hell in a Cell match. We got Shane McMahon versus the Undertaker, which this is. It's probably going to be a very, very good match. I'm really looking forward to this match. You know, pretty much, if Shane McMahon wins the match, he gets control over Monday Night Raw. And if Undertaker loses, then he will no longer. This will pretty much be his last WrestleMania. Which does that mean he has to retire? You know, pretty much doesn't get a wrestle on any show. I don't know what that really means. You know, who knows? But pretty much his rivalry began. You know, when Shane McMahon returned, he was back in Detroit. I mean, this isn't really a rivalry. It's pretty much, you know, Shane McMahon versus Vince McMahon. That's pretty much what this rivalry is about. But, you know, pretty much this thing began when Shane McMahon returned in Detroit and pretty much said, you know, about... It was when they were doing that whole award, Vince McMahon Legacy Award thing. Pretty much said, you know, that WWE's going down the drain and stuff. It's going really bad. You know, the ratings are low and, you know, all that stuff. As Shane McMahon said, we all heard it. And pretty much Vince McMahon goes like, you know what? You can have control of Monday Raw, but if you have a match with The Undertaker at WrestleMania in a Hell in a Cell match. So that's pretty much how this got set up. Which, you know, I like this past week on Monday Night Raw where, you know, they had a brawl and then pretty much Shane McMahon did an elbow drop through the table. That was really good, even though Shane McMahon missed Taker when he did the elbow drop. But, you know, still props to both guys for doing this stuff here, which I thought that was really good. But I'm going to say Shane McMahon gets the win here. Some way, by hook or by crook. He's going to get the win. I think he's going to get the win. Like, I think that someone is going to help him win the match. I've been hearing rumors. One of my friends was talking to me. He said maybe that Goldberg might come out and help, which that, I don't know if that would make really sense if Goldberg would come back and be under the ring. Maybe like, well, Goldberg comes out and helps make Shane McMahon win. Or maybe I've been hearing rumors about Sting maybe can interfere in the match. You know, the lights go dark. You know, pretty much Sting hits Taker with a baseball bat and stuff. Hits him with there's a Scorpion death drop, and maybe that can happen. I can see that actually happening because, you know, Sting is going into the Hall of Fame this year, so, you know, he's going to be at Mania, so maybe I can see that happening. And maybe, you know, since maybe he can, you know, since he won't be able to wrestle at WrestleMania, maybe he can wrestle at maybe SummerSlam, Survivor Series, or Royal Rumble, you know, so that can lead up maybe like a Undertaker versus Sting match at SummerSlam or Survivor Series or at the Royal Rumble. So that'd be really cool if they would do that, you know. but I still think, you know, Shane McMahon is going to get control from Monday Night Raw some way or another. And who knows if he doesn't get control of Monday Night Raw? Who knows how long that's going to last? We don't really know how long that's going to last. But like I said, I'm predicting Shane McMahon to win here. And then next, we got the main event. We got the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. We got Triple H defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Roman Reigns. And pretty much people are bitching about this match. You know, at least this isn't John Cena versus The Miz from WrestleMania. I'm just saying, this is kind of a better match, which people need to. I don't understand really why people hate on Roman Reigns so much. And pretty much the majority of the people at WrestleMania are pretty much going to be booing Reigns, which I'm kind of happy they changed up Roman Reigns' entrance, because, you know, going through the stands, because, you know, how bad someone maybe like punch him if he went through the stands anymore. But I'm happy he's not going through the stands, and they need to change his name also, because he still reminds me of the Shield too much. So they need to change the entrance. But I mean, theme song. But I think this match is going to be decent, which I don't really think this match should be going on last. I think the Hell in a Cell match should be going last, so there's not as much heat towards the end of the show, because when Roman Reigns gets the title, because I see Roman Reigns getting the title here, because, you know, Triple H is not going to be holding the title in, you know, I mean, he's going to drop it to Reigns here, you know, because this is going to be Reigns' big WrestleMania moment, and we knew this ever since November, since they pretty much setting this match up, since like November, December, around that time. We already knew this, and, you know, pretty much that why Triple H has the WWE World Heavyweight Championship is because, you know, he won that Royal Rumble match. But like I said, I'm predicting Roman Reigns to win. I really haven't liked this however, because Roman Reigns hasn't really been on Raw these last few weeks. I mean, like maybe 3 weeks he hasn't been on Raw, and then these last like 2 weeks he came back. You know, they've been brawling with, you know, he's been brawling with Triple H, which, you know, I think this is kind of too late for them to be making Roman Reigns look like this really big badass, because, you know, this doesn't really help me get into the match very much. I mean, yes, I think it's going to be an alright match, but, like, it doesn't help me get behind Reigns very much. Like, I've been liking these brawls that they've been doing like him, but I'd say it's kind of too late for me to get really into this match. But like I said, I'm predicting Roman Reigns to win this match. So yeah, but like I said, this is gonna be. I think it's gonna be a good show. Like I said, I'm going into Mania with low expectations, because, you know, last year's Mania 31, it was excellent. It was good, great show, great show. So I think, you know, this will be the same way. You know, even though the build up and the matches don't look the best, it's going to WrestleMania with low expectations, and, you know, don't forget. And pretty much that's the end of my predictions. And, you know, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at TheTrueJSB. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, TheTrueJSB, Snapchat, all of that social media stuff will be down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe if this is your first time ever checking out one of my videos, and don't forget to subscribe to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that's always in the Instant Classic. And pretty much some videos that I got coming up. I got my TNA review tomorrow. I got my NXT review tomorrow. Friday, NXT TakeOver Dallas review. Looking really forward to that. And then I think we got Mania 31 review Sunday night after the show. And that's pretty much all videos I got coming up soon. Maybe I might be watching some indie shows, you know, Evolve. Maybe might be ordering those. I don't know yet, but I guess we'll just see what happens. But that's pretty much the end of my video, guys. Hope you guys all enjoy. You know, leave your comments down below. You know, tell me you guys' predictions on who you think's gonna be winning all these matches here, and are you looking forward to Mania? Are you not? What matches are you looking forward to the most? And like I said, enough from Rebel on. It's about been 24 minutes and pretty much 32 seconds. So pretty much Jargon saying peace out, and I catch you guys in my next video.